The elders of Zanzibar say there is a kind of gold the sea does not allow men to keep, gold that remembers where it belongs, and once it is taken, it follows you. The story begins on a night when the moon refused to shine. A pirate ship drifted silently along the Swahili coast, its sails loose, its crew drunk on rumors of hidden wealth. They had heard whispers in port taverns, of gold buried beneath an old stone shrine, a place the locals avoided, a place where prayers were once offered to the sea itself. The captain laughed at such stories. He had crossed storms, outrun navies, and buried men without names. What was a shrine compared to hunger and greed? When the ship anchored, the waves fell unnaturally quiet. Not calm, quiet. The pirates rowed ashore and climbed the rocky beach. The shrine stood alone, weathered by centuries, half swallowed by vines and salt. Strange carvings covered its stones, symbols older than any map they carried. One pirate hesitated. He said the air felt heavy, as if something was watching. The captain struck him and ordered the men to dig. They broke the ground with shovels and bare hands, laughing as metal struck something solid. When they pulled it free, their laughter died. Gold. Not coins, but bars, jewelry, relics, each piece warm, glowing faintly, as if it had just been lifted from the sun itself. The shrine trembled. The ocean sighed, and far out at sea something turned. They loaded the gold and fled before dawn, never noticing that the tide had not moved once the entire night. At first nothing happened. The wind returned. The ship sailed fast. The men celebrated, already dreaming of ports, women, and power. But when night fell, the whispers began, soft at first, like breath brushing the ear. One pirate swore he heard his name spoken from beneath the waves. Another claimed shadows were moving where no lantern light reached. Then the first man vanished. No scream, no splash, just an empty space where he had stood. The captain blamed rum and fear. He ordered the gold lock below deck, but the ocean did not agree. The next morning the gold was back on deck, stacked neatly, wet with seawater, no lock broken, no footprints left behind. They threw the gold overboard in terror. By nightfall it returned again, heavier, colder, and this time stained with dark red rust that smelled like blood. Storms followed them wherever they sailed. Compasses spun uselessly. The stars refused to guide them. Other ships avoided them, claiming the sea itself recoiled from their hull. Men began to die. Some walked calmly into the water, eyes empty, smiling as the waves swallowed them. Others screamed that hands were pulling them from below, dragging them down to something vast and patient. Each death made the gold glow brighter. The captain stopped sleeping. Every time he closed his eyes, he dreamed of the shrine, not ruined, but whole, standing beneath the sea, surrounded by watching faces carved from coral and bone. Then came the twist. The last surviving pirate, a boy barely old enough to shave, confessed something he had hidden. He was from Zanzibar, and he knew the truth. The shrine was not built to protect gold. It was built to imprison it. The gold was not wealth. It was an offering taken from invaders long ago, sealed away to calm the sea after a great massacre. The spirits bound to it were not angry at the shrine. They were angry at being freed. The captain understood too late. The gold was never cursed. It was guarding the world from what slept beneath. With only 3 men left, the ship turned back toward Zanzibar, but the sea fought them every mile. Waves rose like walls. Winds screamed like mourning voices. One by one, the remaining pirates were taken, until only the captain remained. He crawled onto the beach at dawn, dragging the gold behind him like chains. The shrine stood exactly where it always had, untouched, waiting. With shaking hands, he returned every piece. As the last bar touched the earth, the ocean went still. The whispers stopped. The wind softened. The captain wept, not in relief, but in understanding. Because as he turned to leave, he saw fresh footprints in the sand, leading away from the shrine, leading back to the sea. The gold had been returned, but something else had been released. To this day, fishermen say the waters near that coast are calm, but only on the surface. And sailors who steal what does not belong to them often report the same thing before they vanish. Wet gold, stacked neatly, waiting. Sea remembers everything.